Every season reset, the same thing happens. Rank queues fill up with the same heroes, and it's not random. Right after the reset hits, players flock to the strongest, most reliable heroes that guarantee early leads and fast wins in solo queue. From high-impact roamers to burst carries dominating lane, the meta shifters are making everyone spam the same picks right now. And today we're breaking down exactly who they are and why they're everywhere. Welcome to Mobile Legends News. Season resets always shake up the ranked ladder, dropping mythic players down and flooding epic with high skill mains ready to climb again. As ranks reset, players immediately target heroes who can reliably carry, snowball, or influence every fight. In this video, we're diving into which heroes are being spammed across ranked games right now, and the key reasons behind their popularity, from raw power and utility to synergy with the latest balance changes. Alright, buckle in because we're about to unpack why ranked games right after season reset look like a chaotic buffet where everyone suddenly wants a piece of the same few heroes. If the rank queue was a school cafeteria, these picks would be the chicken nuggets. Safe, reliable, and everyone's choice for a quick satisfaction hit. We're talking consistency, early snowball power, and meta synergy so strong they stick like glue. At the heart of every fast climb in solo queue is jungle control, and right now junglers with fast clears, high mobility, and strong ganks dominate like cats on a laser pointer. One of the biggest names you'll see right after the reset is Yi Sun-Shin, with his rework kit giving him strong burst, map presence, and utility for ganks. He's a jungle menace. His notable win and ban rates in recent tier lists tell the story. He's strong in actual play, even if his percentage stats don't scream overpowered. Then there's fighters like Leomord who've seriously popped off thanks to recent buffs. His adjust on the fly Phantom Steed mechanics let him clear camps rapidly and engage fights strongly, basically turning him into the ultimate roaming cavalry that arrives just in time to ruin someone's farm. These heroes have fast jungle clears and straight impact on early skirmishes, meaning trips to mid lane gank or to steal a buff come with massive rewards. In ranked where players want wins fast, that translates to priority picks early on. Gold lane is where marksmen earn their paycheck, and if that paycheck was fast victories, we'd be looking at heroes like Irithel, Nathan, and CC getting spammed. These marksmen not only punch above their weight in damage, but also have safe laning mechanics and scaling that rewards early pressure. Irithel is quietly forcing respect because her mobility and kiting mechanics let players dance around fights while still outputting high DPS. And let's be honest though, spam rates in rank don't just come from strength alone. If your favorite marksman is fun to play and easy-ish to execute, you're more likely to lock them in even if your team composition is a 5-head wildcard. That's why you see a mix of power and comfort. It's not just meta numbers, it's player psychology. Mid laners are the map's puppet masters, and right now, Pharza is haunting ranked lobbies like an unstoppable spell-delivering drone from the sky. Her long-range poke and zoning stick people in place like a magnet, forcing people into awkward rotations. This is the kind of mid laner that doesn't even have to win fights. She just forces enemies into bad engagement, lands a massive ultimate, and suddenly you're sieging with ease. That map control is one of the reasons players spam her, not just to secure kills, but to dictate the pace of the game. Supports are the unsung heroes in Season 39, and you might be surprised that Florin is such a common pick. But anyone who's seen her play knows that when she links up with a carry, healing, shields, and utility come in faster than an "I'll be right back" that turns into a 15 minutes. Florin's ability to buff and heal allied carries help equalize mismatched teams, especially typical post-reset games where you've got a mythic main lane versus a epic random. Oh, and don't sleep on Kalea. She's the Swiss Army knife of supports. She's an engager and a healer, which means she helps initiate fights and keep teammates alive. That combo is rarer than a perfect team composition in low-ranked matches, and players exploit it hard. Some roamers even have Engage plus Sustain baked into their core kit, and that's like having a snack and dessert in one platter. You get utility, crowd control, and the safety to make plays without having to pray your team follows up. XP lane heroes are traditionally the bruisers, able to take hits and still smack someone with the metal bat. Players are constantly spamming fighters like Lapu Lapu and Fredrin because they bring a nice mixture of survivability and team fight presence. These are the heroes that can still be useful even when your team's draft look like a random assortment of snacks from the convenience store. Fighter picks are also less execution dependent than some assassins or hyper-carried marksmen. Even if you misplay, you don't pop like a gasoline tank in a firestorm. You endure, trade, and still make progress in fights. And that's exactly the vibe rank riders want after reset. It's impact without the cringe potential. So why are these trends happening? Heroes that accelerate lane pressure, map movement, and objective control help close games before you've even finished your second cup of coffee. Marksmen with strong early damage, junglers who invade and gank, and mages who zone. All of these help end games quickly. No one wants to queue up for a 20-minute slugfest when you can get a 10-minute stomp and move on. Post-recent rank queues are noisy, with mythic players mixed in with folks who just hit epic. And in that chaos, heroes with lower execution difficulty or forgiving kits trend upward because they're easier to spam and still be effective. That's why you see strong but mechanically approachable picks. They are easy to pick up and still win. Season 39's patch 2.1.40 introduced the new hero Sora, tweaks to roamers, buffs, and adjustments to Angela, Leomord, and more. These shifts bump certain heroes up the food chain because they now either do something more valuable or punish builds that were previously meta. Season resets often coincide with patch updates, and that combination reshuffles viability. It's like batting order changes in baseball. Suddenly, someone on the bench is now the cleanup hitter. Some heroes aren't just strong, they complement popular partners. Jungle plus support synergies like Yi-Sun Shin with a healing support or roaming champions that enable an ADC snowball push players into pairing specific lanes together. This is why you see patterns. Certain duo combos become the go-to standard until people figure counters. Think of it like a pizza recipe everyone copies because it works. Extra cheese, sauce, and pepperoni. But here's the truth about rank queues right after the rank reset. Players aren't spamming heroes because they look flashy or cool on the highlight reel. They're spamming heroes that are reliable under chaos. Think about it. Post-reset, ranked games are a mix of mythic veterans, mid-tier grinders, and random epic players who just want to climb fast. The result? Unpredictable teammates, unpredictable enemies, and a battlefield that feels like juggling flaming swords while riding a unicycle. In that environment, flashy mechanics don't win games. Consistency and safety do. Heroes like Yi-Sun Shin, Florin, and Farza rise to the top not because they have the most complicated combos, but because they can survive mistakes, capitalize on opportunities, and make an impact even if team composition is messy. Early season uncertainty pushes players towards picks that reduce risk and maximize climb efficiency, allowing them to secure early objectives, snowball lanes, and avoid throwing games due to a single misstep. It's meta psychology in action. The safest route to fast wins is to rely on heroes that do most of the heavy lifting for you. This is why patterns repeat every season reset. When chaos is at its peak, the meta stabilizes around heroes who are forgiving, versatile, and impactful. Players instinctively gravitate towards these picks because they make solo queue more predictable, allow for easier rotations, and ultimately help players reclaim rank without gambling on high-risk, high-reward heroes. Fast wins aren't about flash. They're about smart, calculated choices in a world of uncertainty. Season reset predictability drive hero trends because players prioritize safety, consistency, and meta alignment. Junglers who gank efficiently, marksmen who scale quickly, mid laners who control the map, and supports who stabilize fights dominate early queues. Understanding these patterns give you the edge. Either ride the trend for fast wins or pick counters to exploit predictable picks. Mastering this post-reset logic is key to climbing efficiently and staying ahead of the early season chaos. So, which hero have you been spamming since the reset? Drop a comment below and let us know your go-to pick for fast wins. And don't forget to subscribe to Mobile Legends News for weekly meta breakdowns, rank climb tips, and updates on which heroes are dominating every patch. Till next time!